It has not been a good month for Netflix after they saw their stock absolutely fall off a cliff when everyone realized that for the first time in a decade, they actually lost subscribers and they're projecting to lose millions and millions more. Now, there's a lot of factors at play here. Of course, there's more competition. Of course, the price hikes have had a lot to do with this. But of course, everyone's also talking about their content because now with so many other streaming services pulling things that have been traditionally on Netflix, a lot of times you're left with woke content from Netflix, which has not been performing very well, and it's led to a lot of people fleeing once the well is dried up with old things like The Office or reruns that people have been coming back to year after year after year. So Netflix, in response to that, has sent out a memo to some of their employees because they're getting pressured from their employees. Well, you can't allow some of this stuff that's not woke enough for our platform. Netflix is finally putting their foot down and essentially saying, if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. You're going to have to deal with some content that you might not agree with. Netflix issues anti-censorship section in company culture memo following woke employee protests. The streaming giant Netflix inserted an anti-censorship section into its newly revised company culture memo that has largely been interpreted as a warning to the company's vocally woke minority. It comes months after the employees launched a woke Netflix walkout to protest Dave Chappelle. I have to wonder as well, if these woke employees, the three actual transgender people that work at Netflix and a couple of their buddies that decided they were going to protest their own company, if they had known that their stock, let's look at 6 months, look at the past 6 months. If they had known that their stock would be worth 30% of what it was then, if they would have done that, if they would have decided to try to take down their own company that they own stock options in, if they had realized what the future might hold for them. Oof, not a good look for Netflix employees. But anyway, moving on. In an updated Netflix culture memo, it includes a new artistic expression section that explains the streaming platform will not, quote, censor specific artists or voices that certain employees might consider harmful. If you'd find it hard to support our content breadth, Netflix may not be the best place for you, the memo bluntly told its employees. It went further to say the company will seek to appeal to a broad range of tastes along various different spectrums. Entertaining the world's an amazing opportunity and also a challenge because viewers have different tastes and point of view. So we offer a wide variety of TV shows and movies, some of which can be provocative. To help members make informed choice about what to watch, we offer ratings, content warnings, and easy-to-use parental controls. Netflix said it will approach each title with the same principles. We support the artistic expression of creators we choose to work with. We program them for a diversity of audience and taste. We let viewers decide what's appropriate for them versus having Netflix censor specific artists or voices. As employees, we support the principle that Netflix offers diversity of stories, even if we might find some titles counter to our own values. Depending on your role, you may need to work on titles you perceive to be harmful. If you'd find that hard to support our content breadth, Netflix may not be the best place for you. Now, everyone's focusing on this being a response to the Dave Chappelle controversy, and it probably is. But the idea, right? The idea that so many fucking people out there had a big problem with it, that one thing on Netflix might have something that you don't agree with. Whereas so much other bullshit on there is literally just like gay propaganda, woke propaganda, leftist propaganda. That's why so many people are fleeing Netflix and don't want to pay more, because now that all the good shit is gone from there, now that all the good stuff has been pulled off of there, they're just left with woke Netflix content. And the fact that one thing on there might be contrary to what your values are out of the thousands and thousands of woke bullshit that you felt you needed to protest the fucking company and potentially even hurt the company because of that. Now Netflix is finally putting their foot down and saying, you know what? If you don't like it, you don't have to fucking work here. Get over it, pussies. It might be a little bit too late, unfortunately, for Netflix. Like we said, so much of their content has proved not to work long term. Now they're trying to turn things around, but it might be a little bit too late for them. You never know. We'll see what happens with Netflix. The stock price certainly doesn't look pretty, but they are putting their foot down with their woke employees. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.